The days continue to count down until President Donald Trump has to leave office. Now, he could leave one or two ways. He could do, obviously, a peaceful transition of power, which he is currently not doing. And then, of course, afterwards, on January 20th, casually leave the White House and go, hey, you know, it was a good run. It was a good run. It was the greatest run, greatest president ever. Got the most done in one term. Well, you killed the most people in one term anyway. Over 300,000 Americans have died as a result of President Trump's botching of the coronavirus pandemic, but whatever. You know, you say potato, I say mass murderer. You know what I'm saying? But okay. And then, of course, here's the other way that he could leave. And this is according to aides, as well as advisors to the president, in a CNN report, where it turns out that he might not leave on his own. He might have to get his ass dragged out. Fun. So now CNN does report that at first President Trump was privately coming to terms with his loss to President-elect Joe Biden. But now has reversed and dug in deeper, not only spreading misinformation about the election, but consuming it himself. Their word, of course, is ingesting, but nonetheless, I think it's the same thing, really. Rule number one, though, whatever you want to call it, don't get high off your own supply. And that's what's going on here. The levels of copium from the President of the United States, as well as some of his demented followers. I mean, it's just amazing. And it's like this weird feedback loop that's going on here. And of course, the Trump supporters don't want to, you know, are like huffing like copium, you know. Oh, President Trump is gonna win. He's gonna get you know, sworn in on January 20th. Joe Biden didn't actually win the election. And then now you have Donald Trump hearing all that, hearing Newsmax and OAN, and he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna leave January 20th. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave. Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm president. And the reason, of course, is that he was egged on by advisors like Rudy Giuliani and Jenna Ellis, who are misleading Trump about the extent of voting irregularities and the prospects of a reversal. We're still talking about this. It's amazing. One advisor told CNN, quote, he's been fed so much misinformation that I think he actually thinks this thing was stolen from him. Yep. No, really? Donald Trump believing in nonsense conspiracy theories? No, say it ain't so. No, remember, he loves conspiracies. You know it. Again, all the way going back to before he was president, he was like spreading the conspiracy theory that Obama was born in Kenya. Can you believe it? The article continues. Even the Electoral College formalizing Biden's win did not appear enough to shake Trump from his delusions of victory, but it is adding urgency to a push by several of his advisors to gently steer Trump towards reality. They have to steer him towards reality. He does not live in the reality-based world. He does not live in the world that you and I do. Now, Jesus Christ, I may not like Joe Biden, and I have made that very, very clear. But at least Joe Biden seems to operate in the real world when you talk to him. I'm just saying. Donald Trump does not live in the real world. He believes his lies so much that they have become his truth. And, you know, when you try to get him to accept actual truth, he rejects it. He just doesn't believe it. I forget what they call that. But they, you know, there are people that the more you try to, you know, actually tell them the truth and give them the actual facts, the more that they will reject it and hold on to the lies. And so now discussions of Trump's post-presidency future tend to go nowhere, according to CNN, because Donald Trump all but shuts down. All but shuts down. Weird. In his moments of deepest denial, Trump has even told some advisors that he will refuse to leave the White House on Inauguration Day, only to be walked down from the ledge. Oh, please do this. Do this, please. I will literally pop a bag of popcorn, okay, live on the air. Okay, I won't pop the popcorn live because it's going to be difficult to get the camera all the way down to the kitchen. But I will eat popcorn on the air while watching the video of Donald Trump being escorted out by Secret Service. And I will laugh my ass off. I will put that shit on loop. And it will be let me tell you what, it's going to be the best intro to 2021 ever that anyone could imagine. That said, of course, the possibility of this has alarmed some aides, but few believe Trump will actually follow through. Well, we don't know. In fact, here's a writer, Jonathan Chait, writes about this. To be perfectly clear about this, Trump 100% will leave the White House on Inauguration Day, if not well before. Are we doing this again? Is it? Okay, yes, he will leave, one way or the other. Now, that said, is he going to have to be drug out or not? That really is the question. But here's what he writes, quote, even the scholars who expressed the deepest fears of Trump's intentions to undermine the system did not put credence in the possibility that he could defy the outcome by simply refusing to leave and doing a little pouty sit-in, which is what this would be. Okay. Squatting is not one of the tools in his authoritarian tool belt, Chait writes, but the fact that Trump thinks that's even a viable option suggests that he's engaged in more than a scheme to grift his supporters. He is drinking his own poisoned Kool-Aid. Jonathan Chait, seriously, have you learned nothing? Honestly, again, if I've learned anything, it's to expect the unexpected from Donald Trump. I don't know which way he's going to go. Is it a grift? Absolutely. He is grifting his followers right now at this very moment. Again, you probably all either heard or saw the breakdown that I did, or of other news reports, or commentators that have also broke this down, to where the money that people have been giving Donald Trump, his supporters, to go for his quote-unquote election defense fund or whatever, to fund his lawsuits, mostly goes to like the RNC to pay off his campaign debts. It is a 100% grift. And so definitely. But as far as him literally getting holed out, oh, so good. It's possible. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased in the fact that I want it to happen too much because it would be fucking hilarious. But I don't know. Just the fact that we're having this conversation to begin with, that people are even considering this, just shows how insane the situation and the conversation has become. But such is 2020. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.